What's up, everyone? Welcome into another edition of Talkin Grizz, sponsored by Wiseacre Brewing Company. Today, I am joined from the trees, Brevin freaking Knight. How are you?
I'm doing great. Just enjoying a little golf.
Perfect. Well, let's get to it then. We'll make it real quick so you can get back to it. The season has come to an end just a couple days ago, and when we look back at this season, actually, let's look way back, because you were with this team for so long, and then obviously from the very beginning of this year. What was the point of the year that you look back and you're like, at that point, I knew that this team was going to, I want to put it in quotations, overachieve from what people had thought?
Is when they went on the 7-game win streak that started on their West Coast trip. To have a win streak of that length and win the type of games that they won, end of game situations, some blowouts, and to watch the way that Morant played at the point position, coupled with what the other guys were doing, you felt as though that this team had a chance to be something special. And the more and more that you watch them, their camaraderie, how much they played for one another, the joy and the spirit that they had, and it was just the chip on their shoulder that they played with. You knew that something special could come of the season, and it was a special one.
So I've never been a person who's like, oh, we are projected to win 20 games, but we win 30. Let's count it as a success. But when we look back at this season, as weird as it was with everything that happened and how it ended and whatnot, what are you going to remember about this season?
Well, there were some special performances that we had a chance to take in, but for me, the biggest thing was how quickly as a team they came together, and how much that we can see that there is a core unit now that we had. We got so used to our core four. Every year, it didn't matter who the other 10 guys on the team were. You knew those 4 guys were going to be there. And I think they've gotten back to at least knowing, that you got John Jaren, love Valanciunas, love all the rest of the young guys with Dylan, with Tyus Jones, with the entire group of being a young group that can continue to grow together. That, for me, was the special thing to see. To have the opportunity to see it at the start and to see how good that it can be, and know that coming back next season, there'll be one more step further. So it's intriguing for me.
What is it that, like, when you look at the Memphis Grizzlies roster compared to, I don't know, Los Angeles, there's no 1, 2, 3 superstars. It's a bunch of guys who, like you said, have this chip on their shoulder and want to work. What is it that clicked so well with this team?
When you put together a bunch of guys that have that mentality, and then you add in a coach who is new to the situation and is willing to work with and communicate with the guys, then it puts you in a position to have something special. But the good thing was the front office did a great job in amassing talent. So they were good guys. They liked playing with one another. But at the end of the day, they could play basketball. So it was nice to be able to have the talent go along with the relationships that they were able to forge on this team. And then for Taylor Jenkins to be able to, number one, come from the systems that he's come from and be able to impart that wisdom on with this younger team, but to get it through to them to where they understood what he wanted to get across. So I think it was a combination of so many things that made it be what it was. And I think that's what's going to allow for it to continue to move forward.
All right, my last question before you can go and enjoy your off season, however long it may be. Ja Morant, I think everyone in Memphis knows that they have a special talent. He's most likely going to be the rookie of the year. But beyond his playing, and with your experience in that point guard position, how is he like so important to this team in the leadership role, in that we see him talking to guys on the bench or in timeouts? Like, how big of a star is Ja Morant going to be?
In my book, he's going to be a superstar. And he'll definitely be Rookie of the Year. If he's not Rookie of the Year, that's an absolute travesty. There's no other player in the game that affected the game and affected the outcome for their team and had the individual stats to back it up as he did. And so we are going to be treated to a special individual talent that's going to make this whole organization be special. And I think that is the biggest attribute that he has is he's infectious with his personality, with the way that he plays the game, but the way that he talks to his teammates. When he wants to get something across to you to get done, it's never a shout, it's never a yell. He talks to them in the right fashion. And then he backs up anything he says with his own play. So to have a guy 20 years old be able to have that level of knowledge to understand the game further than just putting the ball in the basket, but getting guys in the right position to be able to get a score and understanding the pace of the game. Those things will get better, but he already has a handle on it at this point, and he has a handle on how to be an adult to an extent. Still a kid, but how to be an adult. This is a man's game, and he has played it as a young man. And so his game speaks for itself, but I think the intangibles of who he is, the person that he is, his parents did a terrific job at raising him. I think that is why he's able to get the most out of his other players.
Brevin, it's always nice picking your brain. Thank you for giving me your time today.
Whenever you need me, just give me a 4-hour notice.
Perfect. Well, I gave you like about 24-ish, so.
Yeah, so that was good. I'm ready.
All right, Memphis fans, you can get more always on grindcitymedia.com.